Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Horst Lüning, and I'm the master taster of Whisky.com. Today we taste the Münsterländer Sherry matured single malt whiskey from Germany. This whiskey distillery resides in the Lower Rhine area, close to the town of Bocholt. And I had already a whiskey from this German distillery, and it was matured in ex-bourbon casks. So if you can't see the link over here, then you see it on a tablet computer. Then you have to go to the description of the video where we put the link in also. So this one is now matured in Oloroso Sherry casks from American oak. This is different to other sherry casks which are made from European oak, and the European oak is much stronger, more spicier than the American white oak, which is quite elegant and mild. So this whiskey was distilled in 2010 and bottled in 2014, which gave 3 years. And I think the distillation dates are on the bottle also. It was distilled on November 5th, 2010 and put in the bottle February 13th, 2014. It's what the cask number 22. Yes, the distillery is just in production, and it was the bottle 237 of 445. And it was a single cask hogshead. Hogshead means it's slightly bigger than an American standard barrel. It has typically a content of 250 liters, and this content results, it's filled with more than 60% ABV. And if you fill 0.7 liter bottles from this hogshead, and it's quite young, so that's not evaporated too much of the content of the cask, then you're able to fill those 445 bottles. But typically when a whiskey is older, then there's no way to fill 445 bottles out of a hogshead. I talked a lot about the distillery in the first video with the bourbon cask matured whiskey. Just to give you a few things. This is a small agriculture distillery, lies amid meadows and fields in the beautiful western part of the Münsterland, close to the town of Bocholt. Since 175 years, our family business distills homegrown grain, giving our spirits their unique character. So this was they distilled white spirits, comparable to a vodka. It's the German corn, typically without a maturation in a cask, so there's no color in the whiskey. It's called a white spirit, even it's only colorless and not white at all. And there are tasting notes here. Nose, fruity, sherry note, dark chocolate, vanilla and caramel. Taste, a hint of sherry, malty, dark chocolate, vanilla and caramel. Finish, very long and mellow. Your team from the J.B.G distillery. A few thoughts about this. If you produce a corn or a vodka from grains, then you have to distill very carefully so that there is not this metallic youth in the spirit as it is in the young whiskey from the pot stills from Scotland. Otherwise, the people won't buy this corn or vodka. So the distillery character should be quite weak, quite smooth, and the cask should give relatively more character to the final whiskey. But it's only 3 years, or 3 years and a few months, 3 months in the cask, so there shouldn't be much of that. So what will be in the whiskey? Sherry. fresh sherry casks, or a fresh sherry cask, contains between 2, 3, 4 liters of sherry in the porous walls of the staves of the cask, and this will go into solution into the raw whiskey in the cask very fast, in a few weeks, and then the alcohol will react on the wood and should extract vanilla first and caramel from the burnt and heated toasted casks. So this will be most of what you will be able to taste here in this whiskey. I suggest. Now we have to prove it. Very fruity sherry note. And this sherry is not this sweet Pedro Jimenez sherry, but it's fruity Oloroso sherry. There are grapes in it, fresh fruits. It's not that dark because the maturation is not that long. There's no chance to give this additional oxidization on these aromas. A very little maltiness in the nose, and vanilla and caramel coming up. Heat-treated casks. The oak is very, very dim and far away, and this dark chocolate with the slight bitterness, not at all, nothing. So first sip. On the tongue there's a lot more fruitiness and a little spiciness appearing from the cask. And there's no metallic note from the fresh spirit like the young Scottish whiskies from the pot stills have. No, it's a smooth spirit, and the fruitiness of the sherry is there, becoming slightly drier, so it's definitely no Pedro Jimenez, it's Oloroso sherry. And the oak, the American oak, is much weaker, much smoother than the European oak. And this hogshead from American white oak, Quercus alba, the Latin specification, is mellow. There's an intenseness in it, there's an action on your tongue and the back of your mouth. The aftertaste is pleasant, medium to long, not too long. I like this very much for a 3-year-old whiskey. It's a real masterpiece. Well done. How will it be in 5 or 10 years to come? Wow. Very good. Mouth-watering. And this is the contrast to other distilleries which are not, or which are situated on the continent and not in Scotland. Most of this distillery distill from fruit wine, like these Switzerland Obstler, or this French Calvados. So most of them are from fruits, and so the whiskey on the same distillation still brings a very fruity, character in the whiskey, not from the cask but from the distillery character. Not this one. This is like a real Scottish single malt whiskey. Next one will be wonderful as this one, I believe strongly. Thank you for watching Whisky.com. Stay tuned, there's more to come. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and please feel free to share this video with your friends.